Ever feel like you're stuck in an endless loop, like a hamster on a wheel, going faster but somehow getting nowhere? You try to please everyone, chase 100 different goals, and sometimes it all feels like one giant juggling act where the balls just keep dropping. So, you take a quick reset with a vacation, but when you come back, it's the same story, right back in the same whirlwind, spinning in circles. But what if there's a better way to break free from this cycle? Marcus Aurelius put it best when he said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." So, instead of staying stuck in the grind, what if you used every moment to focus inward and take back control? You'd stop trying to meet everyone else's expectations and start aligning with your own values. It's not selfish, it's necessary. By the end of this video, you'll understand why focusing on yourself isn't just a good idea. It's the ultimate power move. Let's dive in and discover how turning inward can change everything for you, Stoic style. Lesson 1. You've earned your peace. Finding inner peace can often feel like an uphill battle. Whether you have a family, children, or if you're navigating life solo, there always seems to be something pulling at your attention. Work pressures, demanding bosses, difficult colleagues, they all have a way of making it hard to feel at ease. Maybe you've had nights where your mind races, worrying about deadlines, responsibilities, or the constant juggling of commitments. It's easy to get caught up in the chaos of it all and feel like peace is always just out of reach. But here's the thing, peace isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. You've earned it, and it's time to start reclaiming it for yourself. Yet so many of us trade our peace for approval, overloading ourselves with commitments in the hopes of pleasing others. The reality is, this constant striving doesn't just exhaust you, it disconnects you from who you are. When you're always chasing external validation, you forget to ask yourself what you actually need. The Stoics taught that true peace comes from focusing only on what's within your control. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." When you let go of things like other people's opinions or circumstances you can't change, you free your mind from unnecessary burdens. Imagine the weight you could lift by simply refusing to fight battles that aren't yours. Reclaiming your peace empowers you to live authentically. It allows you to make decisions that align with your values, not someone else's expectations. Instead of saying yes to every request out of fear of disappointing others, you start saying yes to yourself. When your mind isn't cluttered with worries about things you can't control, you can focus on what truly matters: your growth, your relationships, and your goals. Take a moment today to reflect on what's disrupting your peace. Is it a toxic relationship? A habit of overthinking? A schedule packed to the brim? Identify one thing that drains your energy and commit to either removing or reducing its impact. It could be as simple as saying no to one unnecessary obligation or limiting time spent on something that doesn't add value to your life. Peace isn't just earned, it's protected. Start protecting yours today. Lesson 2. Your focus is your fuel. We've all heard it. Focus is everything. It's the key that unlocks the door to success. Focus guides you to your goals, helping you move with intention and clarity. Whether it's taking on a challenging project at work, tackling a tough workout, or even just learning a new skill, focus is what keeps you on track, ensuring you don't veer off course. Take, for example, a moment when you've had a project with a tight deadline. The pressure starts to build, and there are distractions everywhere: messages, meetings, and to-do lists. But the moment you decide to block everything out and hone in on that one task, your productivity increases and you get things done faster and more efficiently. That focus becomes your fuel, driving you forward until the job is done. Imagine your focus as a fire. When you scatter the wood carelessly, the flames sputter and fade. But when you stack the logs with care, feeding the fire intentionally, it burns brightly and with purpose. Your attention works the same way. Spread it thin and your energy is wasted. Direct it with intention, and it becomes a powerful force capable of transforming your life. The Stoics understood this well. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." What you allow to capture your attention shapes not only your mindset, but also your outcomes. When you dwell on distractions, fears, or fleeting pleasures, you lose sight of the bigger picture. But when you focus on what truly matters, you begin to fuel a fire that can't be extinguished. Focus is more than just a productivity tool. It's the foundation of the life you want to build. Every time you allow distractions to derail you, you're scattering your potential. But when you choose to direct your attention, even in small, consistent ways, you're taking control of your path. Focus transforms chaos into clarity, and it's the ultimate tool for achieving fulfillment. Identify the one thing that will make the biggest impact on your life and commit to it. Maybe it's a task that's been weighing on you, or a goal you've been meaning to pursue. Dedicate your best energy to it before anything else, and stay consistent. Like tending a fire, focus requires care and intention. Lesson 3. Kindness isn't a weakness. Have you ever held the door open for someone only to watch them walk past without a word? It stings, right? That small act of kindness, meant to create a positive interaction, can sometimes feel like it was for nothing. But kindness isn't about how others respond. It's about who you are in that moment. In a world where strength is often equated with dominance or control, kindness can seem like a vulnerability. But true kindness, rooted in inner strength and emotional independence, is one of the most powerful acts a person can offer. It's not submission, and it's certainly not weakness. Instead, it's the deliberate choice to uphold your own values, regardless of how others behave. The misconception that kindness makes you a target for manipulation comes from confusing kindness with people-pleasing. The difference is significant. People-pleasing seeks approval. Kindness seeks nothing in return. A Stoic's kindness is grounded in self-respect and clarity. It's an offering that doesn't deplete but enriches, a gift given freely because it aligns with who you are, not because of what you hope to gain. As Stoics remind us, our actions should reflect our character, not the actions of others. When you choose kindness, you're not endorsing poor behavior or surrendering your boundaries. You're showing that your strength comes from within. Whether it's extending patience in a moment of frustration or offering help without expecting gratitude, kindness is an act of autonomy, a reflection of your integrity, not their worthiness. Lesson 4. Don't fall for the shortcut. At some point, we've all tried to put together a piece of furniture, skimming through the instructions, thinking we can figure it out on our own. At first, everything seems fine. You think you're ahead of the game, finishing faster than expected. But soon you realize the shelves are wobbly, the drawers don't fit, and you're left wondering where things went wrong. That's the thing with shortcuts. They may seem like a quick fix, but they often don't lead to lasting results. We live in a culture obsessed with speed, faster results, quicker success, instant gratification. But the reality is that anything worth having takes time, effort, and patience. When you take the shortcut, you may reach your destination faster, but you miss out on the journey, the very process that builds character, resilience, and long-term fulfillment. I've seen it firsthand, people who try to bypass the tough steps in life, looking for hacks or shortcuts. Sure, it might seem like it works for a while, but when the inevitable challenges arrive, the cracks start to show. The foundation wasn't built to last. The quick fix might look appealing in the short term, but it rarely pays off in the long run. Real growth doesn't happen in a sprint. It's about the slow, steady climb, one that strengthens you along the way. There's a Stoic truth that sticks with me. No great thing is created suddenly. It's a reminder that everything worthwhile in life, whether it's success in your career, meaningful relationships, or personal growth, takes time. It's not just about the end goal. It's about the person you become in the process. The patience, resilience, and lessons you learn along the way are just as valuable, if not more so, than what you achieve. Lesson 5. Small actions, big impact. We've all been there, trying to get in shape and thinking we need to start with a huge, intense workout. You hit the gym hard on day one, pushing yourself to the limit, convinced that drastic efforts will bring quick results. But by the end of the week, you're sore, burned out, and maybe even a little discouraged. That's when we realize lasting change doesn't happen through extremes. It happens through consistent small actions. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that change has to be dramatic, that the road to transformation needs to be filled with grand gestures and overnight success. But in reality, the most powerful transformations happen through small, consistent actions. It's like water shaping stone, not through force, but through persistence over time. Drop by drop, the water wears down the stone, leaving a lasting impression. Those tiny steps, repeated every day, create the foundation for real, sustainable growth. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, well-being is attained by little and little. These words hold so much truth. The key to growth is not in making big, flashy moves, but in staying steady, in taking small steps that compound over time. Every time we choose the right action, however small it seems, we're building the foundation for something much bigger. Think about it. What you do today, no matter how tiny, sets the course for tomorrow. Whether it's taking a few minutes to meditate, reading a chapter of a book, or choosing to eat something healthy, these small choices add up. Over time, they lead to the life you want to build, piece by piece. Lesson 6. The danger of compromise. We've all been there, faced with a decision where the easier path is to compromise. For example, imagine you're at work and a colleague suggests cutting corners on a project to save time and impress the boss. You know it's not the right way to do things, but you hesitate. It seems harmless, just a little shortcut to get ahead, and besides, everyone else is doing it. So you agree, and the project gets finished faster. At first, it feels like a win. But then, the results aren't as good as you expected, and you begin to feel uneasy. The more you think about it, the more you realize that this small compromise has affected your integrity, and now you're questioning whether your standards are slipping. Not all compromises are wise. Some can cost you your very sense of self, your values, and your peace of mind. The Stoics were clear about the importance of staying true to your principles, no matter what external pressures you face. Marcus Aurelius, in his writings, often spoke about the need to hold firm to what is right, even when it feels uncomfortable or when the world is pushing you in a different direction. When you compromise on what you believe in, just to go along with the crowd, it's like giving away pieces of your integrity. And once that happens, it's hard to get it back. Think of a time when you compromise your values, maybe at work, in a relationship, or even in a social setting. You agreed to something that didn't feel right, thinking it was the best way to keep the peace or avoid judgment. And how did it feel afterward? Chances are it left you feeling uneasy, or maybe even regretful. Compromising your authenticity, no matter how small, always comes at a cost. Is there an area of your life where you've been sacrificing your values for the sake of fitting in or keeping the peace? Ask yourself, what does it really cost you to compromise? More importantly, what do you lose when you betray your own principles? Lesson 7. The strength in your decisions. Imagine you're standing at a crossroads in your career. You've been offered two job opportunities. One is safe and familiar, the other is riskier but offers greater potential for growth. The safe option is tempting because it feels comfortable, but deep down, you know the riskier one aligns more with your long-term goals. For days you go back and forth, unsure of which path to take. You think about it constantly but never take action. The more you hesitate, the more you feel stuck. The power to shape your life doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment or relying on external circumstances. It comes from the choices you make every single day. Whether it's a small decision about how to spend your time or a bigger one that requires more courage, each choice is a reflection of where you want your life to go. Indecision, on the other hand, is a silent killer of progress. It keeps you stuck in a loop of uncertainty where nothing ever changes. You tell yourself you'll figure it out later, but later never comes. The truth is, when you delay making decisions, you give up your power and let life make choices for you. But here's the good news. Once you start making deliberate, conscious decisions, you begin to build momentum. Each choice compounds, creating a powerful force that drives you forward. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "Life is shaped by the choices we make." He knew that every moment offers an opportunity to steer our lives in the direction we want. If you're not actively making choices, you're simply reacting to whatever comes your way. But when you take ownership of your decisions, you become the architect of your future. It's your choice that defines your path, not chance or circumstance. How many times have you hesitated to make a decision, thinking that waiting for the right moment would somehow make it easier? But in reality, every delay only keeps you further from your ideal life. When you begin to see decisions as tools for progress, you realize that each one, no matter how small, is a chance to align yourself with the life you've always envisioned. Your focus, your peace, and your decisions, they're all within your control. You hold the power to reclaim your energy, sharpen your focus, and take ownership of your choices. These lessons are tools to help you build the life you truly deserve. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start with just one step, and you'll find that the journey to mastering yourself begins today. Let me know in the comments which lesson resonated most with you, and feel free to share your thoughts on how you're putting these Stoic insights into practice. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content that will help you level up and create a life aligned with your true purpose. You've got this. Let's keep moving forward together. And if you're ready to take your emotional control to the next level, don't miss our next video. Stop letting emotions control you with these 8 Stoic lessons. It's packed with practical tips to help you stay grounded and master your emotions, no matter what life throws your way. See you there.